and the Badass Championship. We are finally here. TFO 2017, the Chocobo season. And we've got the Stellar Offenders, the Badass Snap Divisional Champions, taking on the DBZ Squad, the Badass Crackle Divisional Champions, in what's going to be an epic. The Stellar Offenders, first team in TFO history ever to make the playoffs under 50%, was able to slide in there because of the divisional breakdown this year, but don't count them out. In their second round matchup, they had a first round bye, and then in the second round, they were able to take out the Kinky K, who won their division, so you know the Stellar Offenders are game. And they did make the Final Four last year, so you can never count out that slippery Nick Dean. But the DBZ squad, oh what a sack by Dr. Doom there. The DBZ squad, you can't count them out. They were the #1 seed in the Badass this year. They ran over everybody with Broly. There's Goku trying, and Goku is taking down Dr. Doom. 2 sacks on the drive, and the DBZ squad is forced to punt. That is not good for the Dibs, or however you want to pronounce it. And now the Stellar Offenders will get their first crack at the ball here as Darth Maul takes it. A good return, it looks like. But he's brought down past the 40. These two teams have a lot of history. The Stellar Offenders used to be the Sith Warriors, who won the first ever TFO game in history. Ooh, what a bad pass. You know, Darth Vader was the quarterback of that team. He actually ran in the winning touchdown. So, and Vader back there tonight, trying to see if he can win another playoff game like only Vader can. Oh, he gets the ball off right at the last second, right to Ronin. Oh, look at Dave Bautista run, and touchdown! What a touchdown by the accuser Ronin. And Darth Vader looks very pleased with himself. He used the Force to get it into Ronin's hands for the 6 points. And the Dragon Zord whips his tail back. Ooh, and is able to get that extra point to take it to 7. Man, the Stellar Offenders, they took that first drive they had and they shoved it down the DBZ's throat. The DBZ really needs to Super Saiyan it up here. This is playoff time. This is conference championship. One of these guys is going to be badass. Who is going to be badass? That's what we're going to find out here today. Oh, and there's a badass motherfucker right there with Broly just running over, man. He will take you out. I don't care how many different types of Gokus, Gohans, Trunks. It doesn't matter. Broly is king of this team. 2nd and 8. The Offenders got a hell of a defense, too. We can't forget the defensive numbers of the Offenders. Oh, wow, just diving in there. Almost an illegal dive, but the refs say that it was just right. Oh, and again, there's Phoenix Force this time getting in on it. That offensive line of the squad is just breaking down. It looks like the Death Star has the plans of the DBZ squad. And now we're going to see the Offenders with their second drive. Oh, Darth Maul's held back this time, though, to only about the 20, so Darth Vader's going to have to take his squad about 80 yards to the hole. Vader back. He's got Ronin open again right in the middle of the field. Ronin stretched, but wasn't able to get the first down. It looks like the squad is blocking the long pass, and you can't blame them. Evil Green Ranger making the Pro Bowl once again 2 years in a row. There's Phasma right there. Phasma taking over the running duties of the Evil Green Ranger this year and has done a hell of a job. The Stellar Offenders may not have had the greatest win-loss ratio this year. Ooh, Nappa know-how! Nappa know-how! But you can never count the Offenders out, man. They are here to offend. And if they can go a little bit further than Chris McLeese's Defenders, you know they're going to, because they like to shove it into his face and shove it down his throat. 3rd and 18 here. The DBZ squad. Oh no, it looks like they thought it was going to be a run. The Evil Green Ranger wide open. That's exactly what they didn't want. Touchdown! It's morphin' time, motherfuckers! Tyrannosaurus Dragon Zord Super Mega Death Star! And that takes the Offenders up by 13. Here's the kick by the Dragon Zord. What a tag team there. Evil Green Ranger, and then the Dragon Zord comes out. And we got 14-0. Stellar Offenders, they are cooking with Crisco, as Nappa Know-How and his team of DBZ squad are cooking with looks like shit. And they need to... Oh no! They've lost the the offenders just recovered it in the Evil Dave zone, and now they are knocking on the door once again. There's a pass. Ooh, lots of coverage there. They're lucky. Man, what is it? 3 seconds left? 3 seconds left in this first quarter. Vader keeping the ball, surveying, he passes. Ooh, what a block by the DBZ squad. That defense is really showing up here now. They know letting the offenders go ahead 21-0 would be a death sentence. Vader keeping the ball, surveying. He throws it over. Touchdown! What a score. Captain Phasma open at the top. Everybody else was covered. Vader saw him, pitched the ball to him. And wow, this game is a runaway train. Dragon Zord with the kick. And now it is 21-0. This is amazing to me. The DBZ squad is a hell of a team. Broly has just been a truck that has run over many teams, but the Stellar Offenders, with all that cash in their defense, really it's paying off for them here in this badass championship conference game. Broly with the ball. Oh, he's able to get a few yards, 3. I mean, really what they need here is they need to score before halftime. Going into halftime shutout would be horrible. Broly knocking a man out. Oh, he's got some run. There's the Broly we love and know. Look at him jet down the field. A bunch of offenders diving. They finally capture him after the 20 in that EDZ zone. Can the DBZ squad score here? They need it. They need it bad. Just give it back to Broly. There you go. Don't do anything fancy. Yeah! Just get it to Broly. Broly, 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 Broly. There's the handoff to the Brolster. Oh, but they hold him down to the 1-yard line. Wow. The offenders aren't making this easy at all. Oh, wow. And then there's a loss of 3. 3rd and 4. This is horrible. Come on, you gotta make it. Oh, wow. Oh, Broly knocks the guy out. He's trying. Oh, he just couldn't make it in there. And they're gonna settle for the field goal. They gotta get points on the board. Not having points is death. Oh, wow. Wow, oh my gosh, those offenders, especially on defense there, they are hot. Man, the DBZ squad is just struggling to get to halftime in hopes that a condition change will change their fortunes. The android kicking off to Phasma there, and Phasma with a great return. Wow, past the 50. And they finally bring Phasma down. The offenders now looking to extend their lead here. You know, they're only up by 18, so giving it to Phasma with the long run, a lot of time taken off the clock with a play like that, but 4 yards back isn't going to help. 2nd and 14. Darth Maul now running it to the north side of the field. He's able to gain a little bit, about 6 yards. Now we're down to 3rd and 8, not in field goal range. I don't think the Dragon Zord would try a kick here, but you never know. Phasma holding onto the ball, reaching for that first down, gets it and gets more. Look at Phasma go. Nice. Long 3rd down, and Captain Phasma really showing his credentials. 1st and 10 now. Darth Vader. Oh, wow. They rush in there, but Vader throws it out of bounds before they can get to him. 2nd and 10 here. Darth Vader back. Hand off to Darth Maul. The Darths. Is he able? Oh, he's just shy by a millimeter. 3rd down. Now this is where the squad got caught earlier. You think they're going to defend the run, and then Vader might just pitch a pass. Oh, but they were aware of the run. Look at that. They knew what was coming. And 4th and 3rd, and that's actually going to hold the offenders to their first field goal of the day. That's a big-time hold for the DBZ squad. They needed their defense to show a little bit of life there, and they did. They're still down by 3 scores, though, but that's better than 4. And so they really need something to happen here. They got a minute. The clock does not count down on kickoffs, folks, so Trunks has plenty of time here to make something happen. He just needs a little bit of blocks. And he just didn't get it. He just didn't get the blocks there, so they're going to have to bring Broly out. Broly's got a hope to break one off, if you will. There's a good run by Broly, but he gets caught up on a defender. 2nd and 8. It's delicious Bud Light here. Drinking it as I watch Broly take it to the south end of the field, but The offenders are well aware that the DBZ squad is running the ball. They are not stupid here. They know what's happening. The DBZ squad gonna pass it here. Oh, whoa, the offensive line actually holds for a change. Huge pass to the southern hemisphere. Oh, it's intercepted by Superman! The Man of Steel. Actually, that's Bizarro Superman. I'm sorry, you know, they look so much alike. And at halftime, Bizarro Superman with that interception really shutting down the DBZ squad. Man, Broly, he didn't eat his cheesy poofs. That's got to be what it is, folks. The offenders, you know, a lot of people saw the offenders coming into this playoffs as 6-9-1. Not really impressive as far as people were concerned, but they had a hell of an impressive victory against the Kinky K last week, and they are strutting their stuff like Ric Flair here tonight. Woo! Daddy! Vader back, looking at his options. Oh, he just took too much time as Piccolo was able to use his Namekian abilities to just whew in there, kind of like a portal. Darth Maul keeping the ball. He blocks. There's that block was great. He got him the first down and more. Man, see, that's the problem here with these DBZ squad. They hold the offenders for a little bit, but then there's a huge play that just gives the offenders more and more and more. Oh, there we go. You gotta tie up Darth Maul. You gotta hold him back. You can't let him get yards. Yards or death. There we go. What a rush. A fumble! Exactly what the DBZ squad's looking for. A recovery by Vegito, the Fusion. He is slow as shit, but he could go although a touchdown! If the offense can't get it done, let the defense get in there. And finally, the DBZ squad find their way into the end zone and get the luscious 6 points. Here's the field goal by Android. And now they are only down by 2 scores. It's a 14-point game here. Wow, what a turn of events so quickly here in the third quarter. Phasma with the ball, brought down as I'm talking. So now the offenders look to accelerate their lead. Vader looking at his options. Oh, held off too long as Raditz gets in there. He did that little dance. Made that little love, and he got Vader down tonight. Vader holding the ball again. Oh, man. Raditz was in there again. Luckily, the defenders back there were able to hold off. You don't want the EGR getting the ball. The Evil Green Ranger, he's a hell of a force. Best wide receiver in bad this year. Oh! And Ginyu Guldo, another Ginyu Force member, doing a little dance. And getting them 4th and 32. What a hell of a defensive sequence there for the DBZ squad. They definitely needed it here in this badass championship game. One of these teams will forever be known as badass, and the other will just fade away into the annals of history. Or the annals of history, depending on how you look at it. Goku with the handoff to Broly. Broly gets 4 yards. Man, now the DBZ squad, the momentum is starting to shift. If they can get a touchdown here, that will go a huge way. Look at, there's Broly. Look at him go. Nice. Getting past the 50. He's still fighting. He doesn't care. He punched an offender in the face. He don't care. He knows. He knows that this is a live and let die situation. They gotta go. They gotta make it. They've worked too hard. Coming from the years of being, you know, Florida Gators. Remember when they were the horrible Florida Gators and then Seth McKee bought the rights to the DBZ squad? Look at that! Look at that DBZ squad go, baby! Seth McKee has really stepped his game, just as Nick Dean has. Let us not forget, Nick Dean's first, 2 or 3 seasons in TFO did not produce any playoff fruit. Oh, look at that beautiful pass by Goku right into the hands of Gogeta. Sounds like one of those yogurts I ate earlier. But it doesn't matter how bad that name is. It matters how good that touchdown was. Wow, and now we have a 7-point game. How amazing is this? They were down by 21 points in the first half, and now it is 7 points that separates them from badass. Oh, and they're playing dirty now as they take Captain Phasma down. Hey man, if you can't win, then start hurting. And Rita Repulsa coming in there for kick return. She's a sexy bitch. I love her. Why she didn't make the Dirty 90s sluts is way beyond me. But I'm glad she found a home here on the Stellar Offenders. Oh, Darth Maul, man. Carrying a defender. Now look at him. He just breaks away. Wow. Not good for the DBZ squad, but we got a whole fourth quarter here, folks. Don't count them out yet. They've got the balls. They make the wishes. Darth Vader trying to get to Koroth. Oh, what a catch by the backup Koroth! Wow, coming in for Captain Phasma, the pursuer, Koroth, was able to jump up into the big lights and get the touchdown here on this Saturday afternoon matchup. And the Offenders back up by 14. So DBZ squad looking to make a touchdown and then having to make that huge decision of onside kick or not. Trunks returning the ball here. At least the time isn't going down yet. Well, now it's going to start because now we start the drive. Goku handing it off to Broly. Sounds like I've said that 10 billion times today. Maybe gonna say it again here. Goku handing off to Broly. And Broly shimmying. Oh, but he just can't get away. 3rd and 7. They know that Broly is the main weapon. They know they have to contain him. Oh, and there it is. There's the containment. Now they got to try it on the 4th and 9. Big 4th down. Goku passing the ball. Gets it off just in time before Genova can get in there, but it is broken up, and the Offenders now take over with 350 on their side of the ball. Oh, the Ginyu Force. Oh, no, it was Raditz. Raditz got in there. Sorry, there's so many Ginyu Force people in there, and the defense of the DBZ squad, they're starting to Saiyan up. Even the ones that aren't Saiyans are starting to Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. That's funny. I like it. 3rd and 9. This is a massive 3rd and 9 here. The DBZ squad. Oh, he got in there. He's tying up Vader. Vader trying to break free. Oh, there's a fumble. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Vegito. Wow. Holy shit. And now DBZ squad is on their side of the field. They hand it off. Broly just hasn't really been able to make anything happen. He's got to break free, or Goku has to launch a Super Saiyan ball into the hands of Gogeta or somebody. 3rd and 16. Man, come on, DBZ squad. I'm rooting for you here, brother. And another rush by the Offenders as Dr. Doom gets another sack on the day. 4th and 21. They're going to try for the huge field goal because they don't want to try to go for it at this point. It's just way too far. They're hoping maybe that this will help. Oh, and they couldn't even make the field goal. That's most likely going to be it for the DBZ squad. They knew that they couldn't go on the 4th down. They tried before. EGR just way open now. Wow. The dagger to the heart. As the best wide receiver in bad, showing what he's made of. Tommy has always been one of my favorites. I know he's one of your favorites. He plays that Piccolo. He brings out the Dragon Zord for the extra point, and it's good. Wow. You know, the DBZ squad was trying to make it a game there, but Evil Green Ranger just decided to shut him down, and now it's a 21-point game. Wow. I'm in shock. I'm in awe, really. You know what I mean? Like, the DBZ squad was really picking it up there, and then it just got shut down there at the end. Goku, he's got a man open at the bottom, but, just threw it out of bounds. He's just frazzled now. He wants to go home. He wants to see Bulma. He's tired of holding this team up on his shoulders. Oh, look at Broly with a hell of a catch. They're trying to make something happen here with 1:09 to go. They really need to make it quick if they've got any shot here. Goku taking 3 snaps back in a row. Very uncharacteristic of this DBZ squad. Oh, but another interception. Sephiroth! Wow. And now Vader. Oh, look, he kept the ball. Oh, but Nappa know-how. The Nappa Auto Parts is able to take him down here with 28 seconds left. This is all formalities now as the Offenders are celebrating on the sideline. Nick Dean having imperial champagne poured on him as he has taken this squad to their first ever conference championship victory. As the Stellar Offenders are victorious 38-17. I mean, the tale of the tape is easy. Goku's 2 interceptions and holding Broly only to 131 yards, while the Offenders were able to get over 300 yards of action, 200 of it coming from their passing. And the defense of the Offenders was just too much for the DBZ squad, as they'll have to go back to the drawing board. They'll need to use those balls to make a wish for the next season, because this season there's only one who is badass, and the badass champions are the Stellar Offenders. Nick Dean, coming from his days as the Sith Warriors and the Dexter's motherfuckers, now he's part of that Offenders squad. 3 years running the Offenders. Last year, they were their divisional champions and made it to the conference championship but lost. This year, they're divisional champions and they're conference champions. And they're going to be going to the big game. They're going to be playing in the Bad Championship next week. And that's going to be a hell of a game. They're just one game away from Choco Bowl. Can you imagine? Stellar Offenders Choco Bowl champions. That's what Nick Dean's hoping for, because he's really engineered this squad. You thought because they just had 6 victories and a tie that they y'all were going to walk on all over them? No. F that. Darth Vader, no one walks over Darth Vader. You get force choke, bitch. And that's just how it is. And there it is! The badass champions, the Stellar Offenders. Congratulations, Nick Dean, and we will see you next Tecmo.